Hello and welcome back to another video. I thought I'd do a change of scenery for this video. Something I like doing is walking. I like going on long walks, whether that be with like podcasts or music or audiobooks. But today I wanted to talk about something a bit different. I wanted to talk about something that kind of bugged me a bit. It's a bit worrying, to be honest. So I opened up my Amazon app the other day and I noticed there was a spinny wheel thing, and that was said, oh, you could get 20% off if you spin this wheel. So I spun it, as you do, because it's like a natural human instinct, right? And yeah, I spun it, I got like 10% off. I thought, great. And then it took me through to Amazon haul. Like these shopping haul videos that you get online. They've called it Amazon haul. And I looked through it, and I'll put it up on screen in a bit. And I looked through it and I thought, this doesn't seem quite right. This is like Temu stuff, like level stuff, massive like overconsumption. I kind of didn't expect it from Amazon well, I did, obviously, eventually it's Amazon. But yeah, I didn't expect, kind of shocked by it still, even though I expected it, if that makes sense. It's just very, very odd. It's almost prying on older people or middle-aged people that don't necessarily know about Temu, and almost like a gateway drug. They didn't even tell you on the spinny wheel thing that it was Amazon haul initially, which I found very, very odd. I have quite a negative view on like overconsumption anyway. I'm quite, I've got stuff, it's quality stuff, and I do believe buy cheap, buy twice, as the old saying goes. But especially with these Temu sites and Amazon haul now, you kind of buy, for every 5 things you buy, you get one thing that actually works and is good for the price, which I don't think is really worth it. Genuinely, I think it's a massive problem, and like just I've got a whole and it's just junk. It's just a load of rubbish. It really is, like, buying stuff you don't need. I think a couple of things that I wanted to share with you today that I do before I buy something is I will check every single review. And once I've checked every single review, I'll go on Reddit and see what actual people are recommending, people that have used this product. And only then will I add it to unless I really need it right now, I'll have a think, do I need this right now? And if not, I'll just add it to my wish list or add it to my basket and let it sit there for like a day, a week, however long. So for example, I only bought something yesterday. It was like a travel magnetic charger thing, and I've been putting it off for like months. I thought, I've got one, don't really need it. And I realised my charging was quite slow. And I've sort of been thinking about it. I think, it'll be lighter weight to use when travelling. And if I need my phone is like an old iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I can't plug a cable into it because it's all a bit messed up. I use MagSafe, right? So use MagSafe, so I need to use that in order to charge it. So I'm just my use case, where I'm gonna put it is another thing. So where am I gonna put this new one? So I thought, if I keep the old one in my car in like emergencies if I need a charge, and then this new one come traveling with me and have it at home. So yeah, I've really thought about it, whereas I feel like, it's cheap, it's like £2 or £3, and if it's like £2 or £3, it doesn't really matter, but it all like adds up, it really adds up. So it's like, if I go to Spoons, right? Spoons is a cheap night out. Wetherspoons in England, it's a cheap night out. So you can soon rack up 50 quid. If you're a 6'7" guy like me and you're ordering loads of food and drinks, you can soon rack it up, and suddenly it's not a cheap night out, because you're just buying loads of rubbish and just filling. I understand, like, people are on lower incomes and they need to find a cheaper solution. I get that. This is just junk, basically, and you can find a much better product elsewhere. And it's just Amazon getting rid of their like tat and stuff, and eventually it'd be a mix of like old products that no one wants anyway, so why would you pay less for it anyway? It's basically making shopping like gambling and addiction by having that spinny wheel thing. Like, what more games are they going to add? Are they going to add like, I don't know, blackjack or something, or like slot machines? That's what it is. It's literally a glorified slot machine on a shopping website I heard about it from Temu before, but I expected Amazon to go down the haul route. I definitely didn't expect them to use like the spinny wheel gambling thing. But I think that's really low. And also like saying something's gonna sell out like if you don't buy it now, and it's like, and all these buzzwords, and you're just like, that's not gonna sell out. Like, it will come round again, and it always does. Like, it's never gone forever. Like, and my other problem is like scarcity now, like making something like super rare by making a limited edition. Like, they know they've got us like by making something so scarce. They know like human psychology, and they've really like tapped into us, like even more so since COVID. Because in COVID, we were like, oh, this has really like ramped up in the last 6-7 years. Because in COVID, we literally like were inside all the time, and we were contained. And now we seem to buy stuff because we don't know if we're going to live tomorrow, if that makes sense. And we're not actually being intentional about our purchases, which, you know, it's kind of making us poorer as a society. Yes, wages are not keeping up with house prices, and that is definitely a fact. Like, no matter what you do, obviously the best thing to do is invest your money if you can, to be ahead of inflation. But the problem is literally these things, oh, you need this, you need that, and then like influencers being on YouTube and saying, you know, I have this in my house, oh, I've just got this, or I've just done a blind unboxing, that sort of thing. And what are blind boxes? You don't even know what you're going to buy, right? You don't even know what's in the blind box. Why are you buying something you don't like? Literally, it's the dopamine hit of not knowing what you're going to get. Like, that is the point of blind boxes. Whereas, and you could get the same product again. Like, if you bought multiples of them, you might end up with the same product. And what's the point of that? You've just wasted like 20 quid on, or however much you've spent on it. Blind box, I think typically it's like 20 to 30 quid. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about in this video. I haven't posted for about a month because I've been so invested in the World Cup, and I've just been enjoying that with friends, and it's been a great experience. You know, England are out. It's just been, I think, apart from all the controversies, I think it's been a great World Cup, to be honest. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, look at this view behind me, like, it looks so good. Like, that's, you know, it's free, you know what I mean? It's free. So go out there, enjoy yourself, and peace out.